From the time that God promised the Jewish people a land flowing with milk and honey, we never were grateful. We never said, "Oh wow, when can we go to this land?" When Moshe Rabbeinu tells the Jewish people in Egypt that I'm taking you out of Egypt to go land of milk and honey, it says, "V'leishomo Mesha." They didn't listen to Moshe because they were involved in the exile of Egypt. They didn't listen, and even after going out and they're taking their time and they received the Torah, they hung out there for just under a year at Sinai. They didn't push me. Hey, Moshe, let's go to this land of milk and honey. They didn't. They just hung out in the desert. And then, of course, when they sent the spies, people didn't want to. They were afraid and they didn't want to go to Israel. So here, God is giving us a land flowing with milk and honey. In other words, a special, beautiful land. And we don't see anywhere in the Torah that the Jewish people really wanted it. Until last week's Torah portion, which continues with the story this week, the 5 daughters of Tzlafchad. And they come to Moshe Rabbeinu and say, okay, we get the laws of inheritance. It works as follows. Because although your lineage as a Jew is based on your mother, the tribe within the Jewish people is based on the father. And because Israel was apportioned on the 12 tribes of Israel, so it was important that the portions of land given to each tribe remain in that tribe. If, say, a woman would marry a man from another tribe, then, and after they pass away, her sons, her children, will inherit that property. If she inherited her father from a different tribe, then her children from her husband's tribe will have their land. So there'll be a total mix-up, and it's important. It was important in the Torah that you have the 12 tribes in a portion in their allotted pieces of Israel. And so therefore, that affected the laws of inheriting land. So the daughters of Tzlafchad come to Moshe Rabbeinu and say, that's all good and fine if my father had sons. We wouldn't have no complaints. But he didn't have any sons. All he has is 5 daughters. So we want to inherit that land. And Moshe Rabbeinu takes their case to God. You know why Moshe Rabbeinu takes their case to God? Because he's saying to God, look, here, we finally found Jews who want Israel. They love Israel. And they're proud of Israel. And they really want it. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu brought to Hashem. And Hashem says, yes, they're right. And he gave them that portion. I had last week a family at our home and telling us that their children go to the Sea Kids Hebrew School that we have on a Thursday, and they were saying how proud they are that a little girl, and they were just repeating the song they sang in the Hebrew school, and it really goes to that, being proud of who we are as Jews, being proud of our inheritance, be proud of our land and our Torah. And I'll sing the chorus of the song that this little girl was singing, and she makes a little sign of it, and she reads it and sings it. It's really beautiful. And it goes like this. Wow, can you see how much Hashem loves me? So many Jewish treasures that are mine. Wow, can you see the gems Hashem gave me? These treasures are for me now to shine. I've got great treasures deep inside. I carry them with pride. I am a shining light. My neshama is so bright. I am a precious gem, a child of Hashem, together with my Sea Kids family. This is what we have to give our children. Pride. Proud of who they are. That is the way for redemption. If we are proud and we walk with pride, that is our greatest destiny. That brings pride to their parents, to the grandparents, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, all the way down into Hashem himself.